The car next to me is Avita 06. This is Avita's fourth car. It used to be 111207, but now it is the 06. Of course, the previous one or two was also a car hailing car, but it really feels completely different from this 06. Let me tell you what's going on. What about the 3 dimensions of this one? The body length is just less than 4.9 meters, but the 2940 is actually a little closer to the Xiaomi SU 700-75. The model is not much different. After all, it is a new energy platform. Its greater function is to ensure the internal space. However, the fact that the car length is less than 4.9 meters is really a test for the design. Why? Woolen cloth? If it's too short, you can't say that it's like two pairs of cars, but you still have to streamline the lines that Avita has. So let's take a look at how Avita 06 does it. Look, especially after I lived in this place, this is the most essence of this car. Very similar to the design ideas of Italian veterans before. The streamline is very round, but it also has this sense of strength. This is a very essence of Avita's design. And what about this thread? Walking from there to the top, pressing and pressing, converges into a line. The operation is a line, not a point. If it is a point, it is more conventional, but there is a surround behind a line so that the whole butt has a sense of design. Of course, more importantly, with the line, the position of the roof of the car will be slightly raised, and then there will be some extra placement on the head for the internal seating space. This is a very wonderful place in design. And then this car, we saw that it was a black one. I was really excited to see this black one, so beautiful. Then besides it, there should be a purple one, which is also a solid color. Hey, besides, it is a double sky color, so in fact, when we see the white and black top colors next to it, we won't say that the lower part is great and E-type. Instead, there is a very important line. That is, the black line in the lower part may be fine, not too obvious, but it is precisely because of the line. In this way, the colors of his double combination can be set out, of course, except white and black. The main color of this car is single red, which is very vibrant. Of course, after reading black, I won't think about other colors at all. It's really beautiful, and the entire outline is a black design. Very beautiful. Well, let me take a look at this car from the front of the car. Its size is just over 4.9 meters less than 2940, and its width is 1960. In fact, it is already relatively wide in the same class, so if you look at it from the front of the car, it is very wide plus. The feeling of round lines is just very Italian. Is this feeling there again? There's a 7-liter container under the front trunk in the front, and there is a hello screen at the back. Where is the screen? If you like the sense of technology, you can choose the height of this car. The empty version can be reduced to 1450, which is actually not particularly low, but if you say it, I don't know if it is the lowest state now. If it can be reduced to 3 or even lower, that is, in a stationary state, then I will feel that this car is really luxurious, or this kind of running. It's out. I really hope he can lower it by another point. Hey, further back, its electronic Y rearview mirror, Avita's rearview mirror, is foldable, which is still different from most other electronic hooks. Moreover, I think their internal software logic is relatively sufficient among all the electronic Y rearview mirrors. For example, you can switch various wide foot viewing angles, and at the same time, you can make a linkage with speed reversing, etc. I think it's still rich in consideration. Further up is a 192-line LiDAR, so what about this car? Huawei's, you have a problem. If you know about Avita House, you will definitely have great confidence in this edition. In the end, it is a butt. Wow, this butt is really sexy. He is an ancestor, and his tailgate opening is also an ancestor, so don't look at this car. Its length is just less than 4.9 meters, but with such a design, it will make the whole car look very active, flexible, and smart after Group B. Then after a ferry arm is opened and the height is not too high, and the capacity inside is also very neat. If I were to say that its biggest feature is that it feels so real. One more thing to add is that there is no glass on the butt part of this car, so it relies on 2 upper and electronic interior and rear machines in the car to achieve this. It is an interaction of information on the road, so this car, you will feel this feeling or the feeling of wrapping after the seat comes. If you are a friend who likes driving, I believe you will like this feeling very much. It's very dark on all sides and all the attention is focused on the road. It feels really enjoyable. Besides, the internal potential of the entire Hongmeng warehouse is still soft. There is no problem with the display of such a large bottle remote screen in the middle. Clarity, including the presentation of different information in different areas, these are completely clear. Including the clarity of voice dialogue displayed by a system on the block screen, etc., it is completely at the level of the first pair of smart warehouses in the industry, but this time I still want to talk more about it, just the whole we see the color. This color is very textured, a little low level, and if you look at these places, the lines are clear and there is a device of ambient lighting on it. Therefore, he forms a very obvious contrast with the lines planted outside the car. People think that it is a feeling when you see the outside of the car, and it is another feeling when you sit inside the car. A feeling is really wonderful. Besides, this seat and the subframe are both zero-gravity seats, so it's completely okay for you to have a rest inside at ordinary times, and it's really comfortable to have a good head. It's very comfortable to have a fixed position. Finally, the air conditioner of this car is a nano water hedge air conditioner. What does it mean? To put it simply, he can pass the air conditioner. The air pushed out makes the whole thing more humid, but this kind of thing is helpful to your skin and your color, instead of simply giving you extra time hydration. That's not the case, so this can be regarded as it. It used to be said that girls want to go to a beauty salon for beauty treatment. Now, no matter who they are, as long as they do it inside, this is a mobile beauty worker, which is a bit interesting. Hey, I will sit in this headspace with a height of 1.81 meters. It's unexpected. Besides, I'll be a little more. In this way, the space will be larger and wider, and the openness of the panoramic canopy will be pushed out immediately, but the W in the back row of this car will actually be softer than that in the front row. It will be more comfortable to get up. Of course, the head shock is really comfortable with a fixed angle. It is easy to enter Mengxiang after sleeping, so this is some information about this car. Of course, I also paid two very critical points. There are two electric doors in the front row of this car. The audio of the second one is influenced by a British treasure. The power of 25 health devices exceeds 2,000 watts, so this visual effect, coupled with this solid and wrapped seat, has an auditory effect that everyone can listen to. Hey, the last thing is that this car has pure electric vehicles and growth. The last thing is how much everyone is very much looking forward to selling. I roughly know, but I can't tell you about this car yet. When you see this video, 4S stores across the country should have already. There is a car, you can go and experience it yourself. The texture is very strong. In addition, there will be an official pre-sale on March 27th, and you can pay attention to the price at that time. There will be a real surprise.